Today we will talk about the Tlaloques, the other Tlalocs. Piggy banks in which they collect the water from those large basins and sticks in the other hand. And when the god of water commands them to go and water certain places, they take their piggy banks and sticks and pour the water that has been entrusted to them. And when it thunders, it is because they break the piggy banks with the sticks. And when lightning strikes, it comes from what they had inside or a part of the piggy bank. These are some references to the so-called Tlaloques in colonial sources. There appears to be a hierarchy of beings when it comes to water and its control. Among Nahuatl groups, at the top we obviously have Tlaloc, along with his wife, Tlaloc. Below them are their helpers, the so-called Tlaloques. But this is not so simple. While the general beliefs is that the Tlaloques were the assistants of Tlaloc and Tlaloc. There is also the belief that they are Tlaloc himself, but split into multiple forms. That is why some call them lords or the other lords. Regardless of whether they are the same as Tlaloc or his subordinates, they go by different names across various cultures. Many cultures have speak of small beings that assist in the administration of water and the control of the climate. Some believe, for example, that in the murals of Teotihuacan, where a great mountain appears, several of these beings depict dancing, playing and performing various activities are actually the Tlaloques, and that the great mountain represents Tlaloc. Their exact number is unclear, but one legend speaks of 4 Tlaloques who serve as the pillars of the world. However, before the emergence, the earth was created by the Quetzalcoatl by Tezcatlipoca, who hunted the monster Zipactli. They tore it apart, forming the earth with one part of his body and the sea with the other. But it didn't end there. Using the earth, they create a mountain transforming themselves into serpents that penetrate the land from its 4 corners, finally meeting in the center. There, they formed a cross, creating 4 regions, with each of being assigned a pillar deity. At this point, Tlaloc splits into 4 forms, placing each one in a different column, thus earning the name Napatecutli, Lord of the 4 places. This is how the deity of the water, rain, and mountains was divided into 4 Tlaloques. You the prized, you the Tlaloques, who are placed at the 4 sides. You who are at the 4 sides, you who carry the sky. Thus we can speak of at least 4 Tlaloques. It is also believed that, like Tlaloc, they represented the mountains that surround us, with the mountains being great basins containing riches, including water. This is why they are often compared to jars that split over, and indeed, many rivers flow down from massive mountains. Regardless of how they were created, the Tlaloques eventually began helping distribute rain across the earth. One myth tells how these Tlaloques carried large jars filled with water, which they broke with sticks to release the water onto the land. In the skies, the sound of the broken jars became the sound of thunder. Just as the Tlaloques, like mountains, generate clouds at their peaks to bring rain. They were also associated with 4 colors, linked to the different colors of maize. They were responsible for secretating maize seeds to the 4 directions of the cosmos. However, just as they could give life through water, they could also destroy it with their own power. To keep them and their chief pleased, many celebrations were held in their honor throughout the year, during the 20-day periods that correspond to our current months. For instance, in some of their festivals, the Mexica will climb Mount Tlaloc to request rain when the year began to dry up. Other less variable offers suggest that small children were dressed and offered as sacrifices, representing the Tlaloques. These children were taken to various mountains, the whirlpool at Pantitlan in Lake Texcoco, or other places such as caves or cenotes. If the children cried, it was seen as a sign that rain would come. There were also festivals dedicated to honoring the great hills and mountains, where the homes of the Tlaloques were believed to be. As pre-Hispanic civilization declined, syncretism emerged, and over the past 500 years, the Tlaloques have been given new names and meanings. For instance, they were sometimes assimilated into being resemble angels who control the weather. Some also believed that the new Tlaloques were formed from the spirits of those who did not survive at the lightning strike, while those who did survive became graniceros, hail makers. Additionally, it was thought that children who died without being baptized also became part of these new colonial era Tlaloques. But their memory has endured for over 500 years, and even today we continue to speak of them. And while their chiefs gets all the credit, in the pre-Hispanic past, these beings were widely revered and well known among Mesoamerican cultures.